What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Saturday night's main event reaction video. Obviously Saturday night's main event was last night on Saturday night, so yeah, gonna get straight into this, my reaction to it. On my predictions, I got 4 out of 5. I did get the first match of the night wrong. Was it? No, not the first match of the night. The first match of the night was Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. First match of the night was pretty good. We saw Drew McIntyre come out on top there. He needed a strong win, I thought. 1 win down, 4 to go on his revenge tour. So that'll be very interesting to see how that develops. I think Drew McIntyre definitely needed this win, needed a strong win, and will put himself on a good course for Mania season. Don't know who he could be facing, potentially. But after that, we're definitely looking at Drew McIntyre world champion again, an extended run, which might be difficult with Cena around, but I've been thinking about Drew. Obviously, he's a big heel. He's one of the best heels in the company, probably the wrestler of the year so far. Well, not so far, it's December. Probably the wrestler of the year, full stop. But next year, I think he could take his heel status to an even higher level by dethroning John Cena of the world title, which I think would definitely work. I like that idea. I did like the idea of John Cena elevating a younger talent and giving them the world title, like a Braun Breaker or someone like that. But Drew winning off Cena works for me, and I like the sound of that. On to the women's matches. The one I got wrong was Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. I'm sort of lulled into this by the rumours that Triple H, this one over here, Baldy, was planning a major title change, and I thought that was the most likely to happen. Obviously, we now know that there was no title change on the card, so if I didn't know that, I probably would have went with 3 retains, like did happen, and Liv to retain her title. But I just don't care. I don't want to see Liv versus Rhea. She came out at the end, that was so cringe. Why did she still do her stomp? I didn't like that. And then they just did each other's face. No one cares about the feud, please. No one cares about Raquel. No one cares about anyone, to be honest. Io Sky definitely would have been more interesting as a champion as she was last year. Start of this year as well. She was champ coming into Mania. Would have been way more interested in Io versus Rhea than I am in Liv versus Rhea. Please finish that off at the Rumble. Don't have it going on. We'll assume that Drew and Sammy will both be in the Rumble. Not sure what else they'd be doing. But yeah, enough about that. On to the United States Championship. I got Shinsuke Nakamura here just to represent it. Obviously, it is not which was defended. Neither of the mid-card titles were defended. Neither of the tag team titles were defended. We know Balor and McDonough will be defending the tag team titles soon. And over on SmackDown, DIY have turned heel. If you're keeping up with that, that's cool. It should be good. They did tease the feud on the main roster, but they turned heel. Johnny's just going to be a complete dick. That'll be good to watch and all that. But yeah, back onto the women's United States title match. I thought both of the winners from SmackDown were correct. Bayley doesn't need it at all. Tiffany Stratton's got the Money in the Bank briefcase. She doesn't need it at all. I'm hoping they don't do a cop-out cash-in where she wins the US title or something like that. She should cash in on Nia realistically soon. It's got to be fairly soon. She's got less than 6 months now. Over halfway through the briefcase period, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, she should cash in on Nia. Whether that's a Mania match, I don't know. Hopefully Rhea versus Liv isn't a Mania match. Will the women's mid-card titles be on Mania? Who knows? But yeah, I was happy to see both Michin and Chelsea Green in the final, because I think they were the two that were most deserving of it. And Chelsea Green's a great first champion. I did predict that, so that's... yeah, that was good for me. 2 out of 3 on the matches I've discussed so far. So yeah, happy to see that. I really liked the counter at the end, the unprettier over the turnbuckle, and then into it. The assistance from Piper Niven, obviously, will probably mean Michin gets another chance somewhere in the future. She'll definitely be the US champ at some point, I would assume. Over on Raw, we got the women's IC title. Natalia's a name that we could see getting the belt, among others. There's loads of others. Loads of women will benefit from the women's mid-card title, so that's good to see. Might get them on more shows. But with the 5-match cards, not really. SummerSlam and Mania, yeah, sure. Outside of that, it's every every couple you get one, don't you? But they get more time on Raw, you know, you get more title matches on Raw and SmackDown now, you get higher caliber matches and stuff like that. It would be even higher if, like, Seth's injury didn't happen against Jinder. Like, I think that sort of put a halt to it, and some injuries that have happened, like we've had Cody versus Drew on Raw and stuff like that in the past, which we won't get anymore because I think Triple H is a bit scared of injuries happening on shows like that, as you would be. You don't want your talent getting injured for the sake of like a Monday Night Raw main event. Although we do have Seth Rollins versus CM Punk penciled in for the first episode of Raw on Netflix, but I will be discussing that at some point on Let's Talk Wrestling. So yeah, I'll get into the second World Championship match of the night. Gunther versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, former champions. Well, Balor's a former Universal Champion. Priest was obviously the man that Gunther dethroned for the title, and I was glad to see Gunther win. He definitely needed a statement victory. Obviously, his ego and his power's sort of been threatened a bit. He's looked a bit more vulnerable, a bit weaker as of late, so I'm glad to see him pick up the win here. I don't think it was ever in doubt. I thought this was the most likely retain of the night, and he did. Obviously, he'll carry it through to Mania, I would assume. Not really going to be anything that happens now, because this is the last pay-per-view of the year. We don't have one until the 1st of February now, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, long way away for the Royal Rumble, but that is streamed live on Netflix, hopefully better than that was streamed live on YouTube. I understand that the show is a glorified house show, just shown on TV and sort of presented as pay-per-view, but it was on NBC in America. It was on YouTube for the rest of the world. Not great. I thought the advert breaks killed it. That really annoying "thanks for watching" screen and the beeping, Jesus, was that winding me up. Wow, that was so annoying. And the YouTube adverts and stuff really took you out of it, I thought. And then we saw picture-in-picture for the main event. They didn't do that for the rest of the night, and then they chose to do it for the main event, which was weird. We'll get on to the main event now. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the Winged Eagle Championship. Obviously, we did see Cody come out with that, and it really puts to shame Mattel's Winged Eagle title, because it looks nothing like it. It's like a really stretched bit, as you can see here. Like this is one bit, and then these bits are like sort of separate, like a little curvy bit. So it's completely inaccurate. Hopefully, we get an updated one of them soon. But yeah, we saw a production botch in the main event when we had that picture-in-picture adverts on. You could hear Michael Cole and Pat McAfee talking about what they're going to mention about Cody's ankle and stuff like that, and it was a bit of a peek behind the curtain, a bit of a illusion killer for me, kayfabe killer. Did sort of let us in there. It was weird hearing commentary happen during the advert break, because obviously that's not usually something you see, and you don't hear it. But yeah, that was a peek behind the curtain to what they do, and they actually do plan stuff out like that. Like, Pat, you mentioned this, I'll mention this and all that, which obviously has got to be more on the fly on normal pay-per-views, because they don't have that time. They'll have stuff and notes with them that they have prepared to say throughout the match, and things they've sort of got to say, because they don't have Vince barking in their ear anymore to tell them what and when to say stuff. So they have a lot more freedom. But yeah, it was weird to see that. But yeah, the main event, as with the world title match, actually, I thought it was a bit rushed. I thought all the matches were a bit rushed as a whole, because of like the advert breaks and stuff. It felt a bit weird. Could have gone probably about 10 minutes longer, each of them, to be fair. But I did enjoy the main event. I thought all the matches were pretty solid across the card. Yeah, good main event. Obviously, we saw a bit of a sticky finish, a dodgy finish, where it definitely is open to a rematch, which I do like, and it does sort of cast some doubt over Cody, and because obviously Kevin had him beat. He stunned him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or whatever the count got up to when the ref was down, and then the ref goes down again. Kevin goes for the chair, goes for the chair shot to Cody. Cody counters it, dodges out of it. Cody cutter, crossroads onto the chair. Cody did cheat to win, which I like. I think babyfaces being a little bit smart and ring aware in cases like that isn't a bad thing. for sure. I think they should be more like that sometimes and be a bit more ruthless. You know, Cody's not a clean-cut good guy. I mean, he is most of the time, but I would definitely like to see him transition into a heel, and there's been hints of that recently. So, you know, sometime down the line, if he needs to transition into a heel, it'll be great. I don't think that'll happen anytime soon, because obviously Kevin is the heel in this feud, although he is a very justified heel. After that, he'll have feuds with, you know, The Rock, who is, I'm assuming he's got to be the final boss, and he'll be the heel and Cody will still be the face. And then Randy Orton can go either way. I don't know about any other feuds for Cody right now, but yeah, that's two of them. So yeah, we do see Cody cheat to win, which definitely leaves it open for a rematch. And then we saw Kevin attack Cody off the air. They did the best part of the match, or probably one of the moments of the night was done off air, which I do like how they're doing stuff like that. They've done a few things like that with Kevin and Cody. We saw the backstage footage of Kevin beating the shit out of him, and then we've seen him hit him with a package power driver as is posed in the ring right now. And I do like those little bits. I think it makes it better. In some instances, it's really cool to see things like that from the fans' perspective only. Good thing people actually record it, because he did hit him with a nasty package pile driver. Obviously, we saw him hit him with a pile driver earlier on, a few weeks ago, and the move is banned. And I like how they say the move is banned, and they really protect it. And now he's went with a package pile driver. Cody's been stretchered out of the arena. Owens tried to take the belt with him, and Triple H comes out and he sort of squares up to him. All good. This does leave it open to a rematch, obviously. Royal Rumble, potentially. But that's it's not really nearly 2 months away. It's about a month and a half away. So I don't know if they can get around that wait for it. If Kevin will wait to the Royal Rumble for a rematch, or if maybe he'll get suspended or something, or a warning or a fine, you know. But we'll see how that goes. I would have really liked to see Kevin win tonight or yesterday night. I think that would have been great. And you were sort of thinking, when Liv retained, who I thought was the most likely to lose her title, I was thinking, right, Gunther's not gonna. Could Kevin actually win it here? Because there was rumours of a major title change, but obviously not. Cody does retain. He's going to take it through to the Royal Rumble, you would assume. I don't know if maybe we could see a Cody injury angle and Kevin tries to claim that he is the champion because he pinned Cody. I would personally quite like to see that. Have Cody be out injured for a few weeks at least. But he's got a fight within 30 days. Maybe he comes back and he fights injured and Kevin beats him. I would like to see that. I don't think it's likely, but that's a little bit of fancy booking. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. Let me know what you thought of the show, and also let me know any other videos you would like to see on the channel, because this is day 15 of daily December uploads, so we're about halfway there. Another 16 to go. We're going strong, going good, trying to get to 300 subscribers, so please do subscribe if you're interested. Turn on the notifications to be notified for the next 16 days of all my uploads. So yeah, that's been all for today. Like the video if you've enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.